Happy Halloween, everybody. This is Steve, Monday Chief Forecaster for Rowan County Weather. And like we do every year on Halloween, it's time for the long range winter forecast. So we'll go ahead and get started. First and foremost, we want to thank our sponsor, Winterfest, over in Spencer. It is a German Christmas marketplace that'll be taking place this year. And we're going to have more on them in just a moment. But Winterfest is the sponsor this year for the long range winter forecast, and we're grateful for them for doing that. And as I said, Winterfest is a German Christmas marketplace. It's an official Rowan County event. It's located at 460 South Salisbury Avenue in Spencer. It's directly across the street from the Transportation Museum. All admission, crafts, events, and entertainment are 100% free. If you don't know about Winterfest, it began in 2021 when a group of volunteers envisioned a free holiday experience for all to enjoy. The decision was made to replicate a German Christmas market with entertainment, food crafts, and family activities. With strong support from business sponsors and the entire community, the vision became a reality. Spencer on Ice is a 2,000 square foot iceless skating rink. It's got synthetic ice in it. It's going to be open throughout the duration of all of Winterfest. It's completely free. Ice skates are provided as well. There are over 30 plus craft vendors that showcase a variety of gifts in the market. They have huts in the indoor market. Food trucks offer meals and snacks, hot chocolate, wine, beer, and more. There's also demonstrations that take place at Winterfest. As we start to talk about the long range winter forecast, I like to take a look back. We have a chance for El Nino this winter season, and it's the first time in 4 years that we've had one. But let's take a look back at the 26 times we've had El Nino taking place during the winter since 1950. And as you can see, 11 times since 1950, we've had a weak El Nino take place over the winter season, with the average temperature being around 41 degrees. Now, keep in mind that is a mix of the high temperature and the low temperature for the duration of winter. And we had around 3.75 inches of snow as an average overall for the winter. Now, also keep in mind that is an average of all of these combined together. So it is very feasible because there were several times during this 11 time run for a weak El Nino that there was snow that measured up to 12 inches throughout the winter. And there was also snow that measured as little as a half an inch throughout the winter. So a variety there for the weak El Nino. Moderate El Ninos have taken place 7 times during winters from 1950 until now. And the average temperature during that time was 40.4 degrees. But if you also look, the temperature has gone down and the average snow total 6.6 inches of snow overall for the winter. So that's really a combined effort of the ingredients really mixing in place to provide much more snow during the winters for a moderate El Nino. 5 times since 1950, there's been a strong El Nino during winter seasons. The average temperature was 41.8 degrees, and the average amount of snowfall throughout the winter season was 3.42 degrees. But again, if you notice, the temperature increased a bit, and it brought that snow total down compared to the moderate El Nino years. And then 3 times we've had very strong El Ninos, with the most recent being 2015 and 2016, with the average temperature being 43.5 degrees and the average snowfall throughout the winter season being 1.53 inches of snow. Now, if you take all of those and combine them together, you're looking at an average temperature of 41.7 degrees with the 26 different El Nino patterns we've had during winter seasons over the course of 1950 to 2022 and 23. And we've had an average of 3.83 inches of snowfall for each of those 26 winters where there was an El Nino pattern taking place during the winter season. So what does all this mean? Well, we're going to unpack it for you and take you through this. This year, El Nino is in place heading into winter for the first time in 4 years, driving the outlook for warmer than average temperatures for the northern tier of the continental United States. From December through February, the National Oceanic Aviation Administration predicts wetter than average conditions for northern Alaska, portions of the west, the southern plains, the southeast United States, which does include our area, the Gulf Coast and lower mid-Atlantic, and drier than average conditions across the northern tier of the U.S., especially in the northern Rockies and the high plains and near the Great Lakes. An enhanced southern jet stream and associated moisture often present during strong El Nino events supports high odds for above average precipitation from the Gulf Coast, lower Mississippi Valley, and Southeast this winter. Again, that includes where we are in the Southeast. As we take a look at the precipitation, or excuse me, at the temperature chances throughout the winter season. Now, this is a 3-month run we're looking at here. We are going to be slightly above average for temperatures, but again, keep in mind the average high temperature during the winter can range anywhere, depending on the month, from the upper 30s to the low 50s during the winter months. For precipitation, we are above average or just slightly above average for precipitation over that 3-month period as well for the winter season. So certainly some increased chances for getting either a very cold rain, an ice event, or snow chances. It's been 636 days since our last measurable snowfall here in Rowan County, which took place on January 29th, 2022, where we got just a half an inch of snow. Again, 636 days ago from the time this is being recorded. So let's take a look at what I'm predicting for this long-range winter forecast as we head into the winter of 2023 and 2024. We're going to see average highs between 30 to 50 degrees for the winter. Again, those are going to fluctuate. There's going to be some days where we see highs in the 30s, some days where we see highs in the 50s, and some days where we see highs in between that number. But additionally, there will be times where we see highs that are below 30 degrees and highs that are above 50 degrees as the temperature fluctuates over time. As far as total snowfall for the winter, I am predicting 4 to 6 inches of snowfall for the total winter months combined, which is higher than normal. Typically, we do 1 to 3 inches and sometimes 3 to 5. So we're going 4 to 6 with this winter, and there is a 40% chance, based on the historical data we have, that this winter we could see a winter storm that could bring 4 inches or more of snow in just one storm. So we'll continue to keep you updated on that as well. But that's how we're looking for the long-range winter forecast here in Rowan County. And again, thank you to Winterfest, a German Christmas tradition or marketplace that is taking place in Spencer, for sponsoring the long-range winter forecast. And we'll continue to keep you updated on the weather as we go through the winter months. And again, just keep in mind, this is a long-range forecast. We're talking about conditions that haven't even developed yet, but that the models are predicting could develop based on the El Nino pattern that we're seeing as we go into the winter season. For now, enjoy the upcoming winter season. Enjoy your Halloween if you're heading out trick-or-treating tonight. And as always, thank you for following Rowan County weather.